This is CTV News with Nafisa Kareem.
Good leadership race is what this party does need going forward. And leadership races, as everybody knows, can be messy enough. It doesn't need to be messy before we get into that process.
Tonight, John Rustad is out as the leader of the Conservative Party, less than 24 hours after saying he wasn't going anywhere. Also,
I'd say at least once a week somebody's saying, I had a package delivered, but it's not here.
Grinch got your package? Tonight, how to protect yourself from porch pirates so your Christmas presents make it under the tree. Plus, Adam finds out the story behind a Christmas display that's designed to make commuters feel dynamite. Later on the Sawatsky sign-off. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. BC Conservative Party leader John Rustad has resigned as party leader a day after refusing to step down in the face of a caucus revolt that saw a majority of his MLAs say they had lost confidence in him. 20 Conservative MLAs gave statements to a lawyer calling on Rustad to step aside. The party then issued a news release saying that Rustad had been, quote, professionally incapacitated and therefore been removed. Rustad will stay on as MLA, but says he will not seek re-election. Rustad led the Conservatives to win 44 seats and become the official opposition in October of last year.
For another, it doesn't matter where the factions are. A civil war means that you're signing up people on one side versus signing up people on the other side. You're fighting it out. A good leadership race is what this party does need going forward.
MLA Trevor Halford is taking over for Rustad in the interim. He praised the former leader, saying today is a time for gratitude and respect for Rustad.
You know, I've known John for over 20 years. When I first came in this building and started as an ALA, assistant legislative assistant, the word assistant twice in my title, John was there. And John has been a friend, he's been a mentor, and he's gotten us to this place. Yeah. Here. And we have a duty to him, we have a duty to British Columbians to get us to that next chapter.
Halford will serve as interim leader until a new one is chosen. The city of Duncan expects a boil water advisory to end today once final test results come back. Last Friday, a crew identified a sewer force main had broken just over 40 meters away from a city well. As a precaution, the boil water advisory was issued until a two-sample testing process could be complete. City officials say the best way to get information is to download and sign up for the Alertable app.
It's a great tool by which to get notice of anything in the area, in the community that's of notification needs. And so we definitely encourage people to go down that because they'll get immediate notification pushed out to them as soon as we lift it.
The city's water system serves over 14,000 people. The latest information can be found on the City of Duncan's website. We have a warning for holiday shoppers tonight from the Better Business Bureau of Vancouver Island. The nonprofit is urging people to take precautions to protect their packages from porch pirates. CTV's Anna McMillan now with tips to avoid package theft and cyber scams.
You know, can I get the guy to hide it somewhere or put it behind the screen door, that kind of thing.
That's something the CEO of the Better Business Bureau of Vancouver Island wants consumers to consider when it comes to their holiday packages.
Even in my own neighborhood, we have a little neighborhood group online, and I'd say at least once a week somebody's saying, I had a package delivered, but it's not here.
Rosalind Scott says as shopping spikes over the holidays,
that's where the porch pirates come in. They cruise around neighborhoods looking for an unattended package sitting on a doorstep.
A security specialist says it's a common problem for individuals and local businesses.
Anytime we're getting packages dropped off at any location, we always try to have them scheduled. We always try to have, hey, make sure to sign for it.
Saanich is the largest municipality on the island, meaning there are plenty of porches for thieves to pluck packages from.
Criminals are opportunists.
Saanich Police advises people to track their packages to know when they're out for delivery.
And either be there to receive them from the delivery person or have a neighbor or someone you trust collect the packages for you so they don't wait outside your house.
Last month in Langford, packages were being delivered to a house when RCMP say someone approached the courier and stole them by pretending to be the homeowner.
Maybe install some security cameras, a doorbell camera, that kind of thing to capture what's happening at the front of your home.
Most porch pirate thefts begin with an online purchase, prompting another reminder.
Never give out your credit card over the phone or by email. Always make sure you're using a proper online form.
In the wake of the biggest shopping days of the year, the Better Business Bureau hopes consumers take the necessary steps to protect their packages before they're left sitting on the stoop. Anna McMillan, CTV News, Victoria.
After years of talking, planning, and paying to design and redesign an improved Centennial Square in downtown Victoria, the project has been postponed. City Council voted in favor of the postponement this morning. It comes after councillors saw the final design for the revitalization project last week. The primary reason for the postponement is cash, as council bears the weight of cost pressures amid budget discussions.
Even though this wouldn't have affected the 2026 tax year, it would for 20 years after that. And so people are just saying, when we've got so much to spend on and so many things to cut, this was not a priority.
Jeremy Caradonna was the only councillor who voted against the postponement. He declined an interview but warned his colleagues about other projects that were left idle and ended up costing way more than originally projected when they were picked back up. And those projects include the Johnson Street Bridge and the upcoming Crystal Pool build. When it comes to Centennial Square, it's estimated the city spent $750,000 on the designs.
Council looked at those new plans and went, these aren't quite the right plans that the community's asking for right now. And so the next council will go back to the drawing board and we're going to focus on other priorities.
The city secured a $2 million grant for the project and is allowed to use the money elsewhere. For that reason, council is asking staff to look into using the grant for the Crystal Pool or Royal Athletic Park projects. A new Francophone school is coming to Saanich, which will be built on a parcel of land purchased from the Victoria School District. It'll be a kindergarten to 12 school with 465 seats. The land that was purchased is roughly 7 acres on the back of the property of Lansdowne Middle School. The school will comprise of 20 classrooms, a gym, a theater, a playground, as well as a soccer field. This will be the second Francophone school in the capital region, the other being École Victor Brodeur in Esquimalt, which is operated by School District 93. That's a province-wide school district. In order to get into the school once it's built, families must meet certain criteria.
If you are a parent whose first language, learned and still understood, is French, in our case, then you are allowed to send your kids to French school. If you have gone to French school in elementary, then you're allowed to send your kids to French school. If you already have children in the French system, then you're allowed to send all your children in the French system.
The province is investing nearly $73 million into the project, and construction is expected to begin in the fall of 2027. Virgin Radio's holiday tradition is kicked off at Uptown Shopping Centre in Saanich.
Not a bad start at all.
You got to start somewhere. It's more of a little toy molehill at this point, but it'll only get better and better as the days go on.
That's 107.3 Virgin Radio morning show hosts Bailey and Johnny this morning, kicking off the Toy Mountain fundraiser in support of CFAX Santas. The goal is to collect more than 5,000 toys for families in need this Christmas season. With the rising costs of inflation, more families are struggling financially, and Santas says demand for its services has never been higher. And on the flip side of that, donations are also down roughly 70% over last year, and the charity is looking for as much help as possible so that every child on Vancouver Island can have a Merry Christmas this year.
It's tough times, but time goes on, life goes on. We need to help people out. So if you have any extra cash, any extra toys that you can pick up on your list, we would love to see that here at Toy Mountain.
Yeah, they've told us that in the warehouse the shelves are looking a little bare. Unfortunately, they're very down on donations, so any little bit is going to help.
There is a toy guide on Virgin's website that'll give you an idea of what gifts are needed. You can then purchase the item or items and bring them to Toy Mountain's headquarters at Uptown Shopping Centre beside H&M. Virgin Radio will also be hosting its show all week from the Uptown location. Well, your next meal on board a Hello Ferry will be benefiting a local charity helping people with disabilities.
Hello, my name is Jacob. I'm working at Cocoa Cafe, and we're making those cookies for a Hello Ferry, so enjoy them.
Coco Cafe, a social enterprise out of Nanaimo, is now serving their food on board the vessels. The cafe offers employment, hands-on training, and social opportunities for people with developmental disabilities. Their kitchen will be preparing everything from cookies to muffins to sandwiches for travelers to enjoy.
They're super excited about it. I mean, what's amazing is it's normal to see people of varied abilities working as maybe a dishwasher or a cafe attendant. For us, it's all about elevation and about finding out what each individual is capable of, what their interests are, and moving them through our programs. And so this means more work, but it means different work. It's rewarding work. They have fun doing it.
Coco Cafe says this agreement gives the cafe more paid hours and more opportunities to those living with disabilities. Still ahead, a painful food forecast.
Even the quantity of food as well, I have to cut a little bit.
We've never predicted an amount like this.
We'll show you which grocery shelf prices are set to spike the highest. 7 degrees, looking gray out there. Josh will be back after the break with the full forecast.
CTV Weather brought to you by Expedia Cruises, customizing dream vacations with unbelievable value. Call or learn more at expediacruises.ca.
What makes West Shore Parks and Recreation a perfect place to play? It's our staff, working behind the scenes to keep the pool safe, kids engaged, and programs thriving. So apply today and join our team.
Josh joins us now with the forecast. Things are warming up, but it comes with rain.
Thanks, Nafisa. Some decent temperatures. Should see double-digit daytime highs for the next couple of days in Victoria, but we're into this pattern now where occasionally you're going to see showers move through and periods of rain for parts of the island. This could actually be some fairly significant amounts of rain. Overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning, you have some showers racing through. Looks like this will break down a little bit through the afternoon hours from Victoria north towards Nanaimo, Comox even, a little drier. And then you can see this heavier rain developing later in the day from Tofino north, and that rain will drop south. So after a bit of a break through the afternoon, the rain returns in through the evening hours. It'll be rainy for most of the day in the north, though. Breezy conditions, gusts to about 40 kilometers per hour and a high of around 7 degrees, which is pretty close to average. Steady in that 7 or 8 degree range through the weekend and into early next week, with a chance of showers Saturday and then some heavy, steady rain Sunday, Monday. It's a couple days out, but for parts of the north and west coast, that could be approaching 100 or so millimeters of rain. 9 degrees Friday, Saturday, Sunday for daytime highs. Wind gusts will be up in the 50 to 60 kilometer per hour range, so it will be a blustery day with some occasional periods of rain. Chance of showers for Saturday, and then steadier rain rolls back in for Sunday. Windy on the west coast, gusts in that 50 kilometer per hour range, periods of rain off and on through the day. Saturday, you get some more rain, although probably not as heavy as what's coming tomorrow. And then Sunday, Monday, as we just mentioned, that looks like a downpour right through both those days. In Comox, breezy, gusts to about 40 or 50 kilometers per hour. Some rain tomorrow morning, then a break, and then a slight chance tomorrow night for some showers. We'll get up to 10 degrees with mixed sun and cloud Saturday, and then with some morning rain on Sunday. A high of about 8 in the afternoon. Morning rain Friday and Sunday in Nanaimo as well. Gusts tomorrow approaching 40 to 50 kilometers per hour. Highs of 10 for Friday, Saturday. Saturday again looks like the drier of the 2 days through the weekend, although after the rain early Sunday morning, should see some sunny breaks in the afternoon. And in Victoria, 7 degrees tomorrow morning. Some rain overnight tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Then a break. And then tomorrow night, the rain returns, gusts to about 40 kilometers per hour. And look at those temperatures, 12 degrees tomorrow and 11s for Saturday. Sunday should be dry but breezy on Saturday. Some rain to start the day on Sunday. CTV Weather is brought to you by Expedia Cruises for air, land, and sea vacations.
Thanks, Josh. Tariffs and trade are behind the expectation that food costs will overtake inflation next year in this country. It means you should anticipate paying more for beef, chicken, and vegetables at the grocery store, with the average family of 4 shelling out almost $1,000 more in 2026. CTV's Abigail Beeman breaks down the numbers.
As a new and breastfeeding mom, more expensive food prices mean hard decisions for Valerie E. Madison.
Well, now even the quantity of food as well, I have to cut a little bit, you know, to have the quality, so you have to cut it because, yes, it's just so expensive.
According to a new report, overall food prices are expected to jump between 4 and 6% next year, leaving a family of 4 with an annual grocery bill of $17,571 and change, up almost $1,000 from last year.
This is our 16th edition, and so we've never predicted an amount like this.
The biggest driver this year, beef, climbed 19% in the first quarter and 7.2% overall.
Because of beef prices, people are so shocked they pivot towards chicken and pork. We're also expecting prices for both chicken and pork to increase as well.
Other factors impacting food prices are the trade war, the GST holiday, and changes to the temporary foreign worker program.
10.6 million Canadians are food insecure, but those that are missing meals on a daily basis or weekly basis, those are 2.8 million. And so food banks right across the country have risen to the occasion.
Food costs have driven Paul Wang to take transit.
You have a choice of gas or the food.
It's terrible, because I'm on a low income.
In addition to the U.S. trade war, the report notes other things to note for next year include the impact of more severe weather events and the new grocery code of conduct, which fully comes into force in January. Abigail Beeman, CTV News, Ottawa.
The leaders of Canada, Mexico, and the United States will hold separate meetings tomorrow on the sidelines of the FIFA World Cup draw in Washington, D.C. And it's at a time Donald Trump is threatening to leave the trade agreement that binds the three nations. Here's CTV's Joy Malbon in Washington.
The president, who prides himself as a tough trade negotiator, threw out a bomb the other day.
We'll either let it expire or we'll maybe work out another deal with Mexico and Canada.
This as marathon meetings are being held in Washington over the future of the U.S.-Mexico-Canada trade agreement. The message from Canada's largest businesses and companies: improve it, extend it, but keep it.
Let's create a fortress North America where we get out of our own way, where we're not competing with each other, but we're leveraging our strengths. And I put the emphasis on energy, not only Canada's strength, but really North America's strength.
But trade tensions are high and expectations low after trade talks stalled with Canada. The president blew up over an anti-tariff Ontario TV ad, quoting Ronald Reagan. U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer says when it comes to the USMCA, all scenarios are on the table. Telling Politico, the president's view is he only wants deals that are a good deal. The reason why we built a review period into USMCA was in case we needed to revise it, review it, or exit it. And where better to ease those trade tensions than at a sporting event where President Donald Trump will play host. A little soccer diplomacy and FaceTime between Prime Minister Mark Carney and President Trump. And Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum might just smooth things over.
It's a sign that as neighbors, as we are, we understand on how to collaborate, on how to hear each other. I believe that the world is moving from free trade to a more fair trade.
The U.S. Trade Panel has heard from dozens of Canadian, U.S. and Mexican representatives, and they all seem to be saying the same thing, that the USMCA trade agreement is crucial to the economy. Joy Malbon, CTV News, Washington.
Coming up, dynamite display. Adam finds out how a man realized his childhood dream of spreading Jurassic joy. Next on the Sawatsky Sign-Off. Finally, Adam finds out the story behind a Christmas display that's designed to make commuters feel dynamite on the Sawatsky Sign-Off.
Long before Tommy the Triceratops found a home in this front yard here, Andy Vu was growing up as a dinosaur-loving boy in Vietnam.
I'm very small. I saw, but in Vietnam, very poor.
Very poor, but very positive he could make a better life for himself in Canada.
When I come to Canada, I work hard.
He worked hard, Andy says, and smiled always.
I never work like that. I always work with my...
And never spent any money, he says, on smoking or drinking.
My money from smoking, from drinking, I kept that to go to my house.
Well, Andy started using those funds to fill his backyard with little dinosaurs for his own pleasure. When he happened upon that used Triceratops on Facebook Marketplace, he decided to buy Tommy to inspire happiness in others.
Waiting for the bus in the morning.
It's for the people waiting for the bus in the morning, Andy says, and all the others driving by. All this dynamic decorating so they can start their day with a smile. Or, even better, when he powers up his prehistoric pet, inspired Jurassic joy.
Oh, but very happy, you know?
And that's how a boy born into poverty grew up to be a man who filled his front yard with an abundance of priceless fun.
They're happy, I'm happy too.
If you want to be happy, Andy says, make others happy. Advice that will never go extinct. Adam Sawatsky, CTV News, Vancouver.
Certainly put a smile on my face. That is it for CTV News Vancouver Island. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night.